Hey, welcome to Cooking with Prince Owusu. On today's episode, we are going to cook Bofrot. Now, Bofrot is a Ghanian donut. Unlike regular donuts, Bofrot tastes much better, biased opinion, and has wonderful texture. Plus, it's easier to make and you can make at home with some simple ingredients. So first, you want to start off with 4 teaspoons of instant yeast. You could get active yeast, that works as well. So you want 4 teaspoons of that. Okay. And when you get the 4 teaspoons, what you want to do is you want to activate the yeast. So you pour some lukewarm water in here to activate the yeast. And then you prepare the other ingredients. While the yeast is activating, I've already poured 2 cups of flour in here, ready for mixing. And then I'm going to pour 150 milliliters or 150 grams, whatever measurement you want to use, of sugar. Pour that in there. And then, if you don't have grated nutmeg, I like the fresh stuff. So I'm gonna grate. You want about 1 to 2 teaspoons of nutmeg in here. So you grate 1 to 2 teaspoons of nutmeg in there. Now, before we mix it, we're gonna mix this with 400 milliliters of warm water, lukewarm water. Just so when we add the yeast, if there's some yeast that's not activated, the lukewarm water will activate that yeast as well. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, now, before we add the water, what we're going to do is we're going to add the activated yeast. That should look like this. Should look like a liquidy substance, thick liquidy substance. And we're going to pour that all over our batter. And then at this point we will add the pinch of salt. Spread that all over the batter. And then we gradually add the water. Now it's 400 milliliters of water. So we're gonna use our hand to mix it. That's the only way you make Bofrot authentic. You use your hand. So make sure you wash your hands. At this point, you would cover it with either warm towel or foil. But since the reason I use this bowl is because it has a cover, so I'm going to cover it tightly with this. Leave it over for 8 hours. I'm going to leave it in a warm place like the oven, not turned on, just because it's a covered area and it's heated, so that it would be easier for the yeast to rise. So we're going to leave it in the oven for about 8 hours. You want to heat up your stove until your oil heats up, and then once it's heated, you want to turn it to about a 3 or 4, because when you're frying it, you need to make sure that it's cooked inside and out and gives a golden brown look. So right now my oil is hot and my stove is at 3. So we're gonna start the frying process. This part is gonna be a little bit tricky because you wanna put the dough in your hand like this and then make it like this so you could squeeze out a ball or whatever shape you kind of want to do into the oil. So just like that. And let it drip down. So I took a bite out of one, and this is what the inside should look like, and the outside golden brown. Enjoy!